You are on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here as well. You're listening to Nova 100. Let's say hello to our next guest.
Our next guest is usually outside of the studio, breaking solid news on the street for Jason Lauren. And definitely no other show at the same time.
Good morning, guys.
What's the latest, Chris?
Her sources are of the highest caliber.
I talked to one guy. He was eating a Big Mac outside Macca's at the time.
Her road crew is elite.
We tried to get a accommodation early, and that was up to my cameraman to book. He had made a booking, but it was for May, not April.
When we reached out to our internal team with questions about why the quality of their news doesn't compare, they had this to say.
Someone else writes my news for me.
And, oh, wait a minute, breaking news, this just in, studio, Christine Ahern.
Yay! Christine Ahern,
Hello.
Good morning, guys. How good is it to be with you in studio?
I know.
So
And not on the mean streets of Melbourne.
you've been our unofficial
Our
Today
eyes and
Show
ears.
correspondent.
Yes.
Exclusive
When we need
correspondent.
news on the street, we borrow you from the Today Show sometimes. How long have you been on the Today Show?
1,000 years.
Right.
Out of those 1,000 years, how many were tobacco shops that you're out the front of doing crossing?
90.
Right, yeah.
9
Yeah.
years. Yes, I do find myself at a tobacco shop fire. Someone asked me what suburb you go to a lot. Truganina.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always in Truganina.
And you know what? People from Truganina get really annoyed when I call it Truganina by
Yes.
accident.
Do you know how I know it's Truganina?
Oh, I think
'Cause you
you
go
once
there
told
so
me.
much.
Because I went
Because it
into
rhymes with something? That's how I got
Yes.
told to learn how to
Are
say
we
it.
correct?
Truganina.
Gotcha.
Oh, yes.
Yes, right. And what that is, Clint.
How do you remember, Christine?
No, I went into a cafe owner in Truganina, fresh from a tobacco shop fire, and said, "How do you say this? How do you say this name?" And that's how we find out how you say the suburb.
Yeah. So you asked the
Hard-hitting
locals.
journalism.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
it's
Huge.
worked for you because you're off to 60 minutes.
Hey.
Congrats.
Tick, 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 tick,
Girl's
tick,
got a
tick.
promotion.
That's the dream, right? Like, you're no longer on the streets of Truganina. You are 60 minutes.
I know.
Well, we get to see you do the bit to camera at the start.
I don't think I'm on the bit. I don't think I'm important enough to be in the
Give it
seat,
a week. Give it a
but,
week.
On the
I'll
stool.
Weasel my way in
We'll
there,
start
Jace.
a campaign.
Yeah, we will.
Hey,
Yeah.
big story you're covering first up. Diddy and the trial.
This is the court case that has captured the imagination of the world, and we have managed to get his personal assistant, so his former personal assistant. So nobody worked closer with Diddy than for these 2 years than
Oh
this
my
fellow
gosh.
we've got on the show.
So how do you get him? Like, how do you get Diddy's assistant to talk to you?
Lots of phone calls to New York.
Yeah,
And
right.
basically, because people think, you splash a lot of cash. That's not the way, because we can't compete with people like Netflix and all those kind of things. But, this is a way to tell his story to the other side of the world.
Right.
So Diddy's in prison currently.
He's in prison.
Yeah.
He's facing a federal trial at the moment. It's been going
Yeah.
on for about 2 weeks. But what this story is about is no matter the outcome of that federal trial and that criminal trial, and he's facing life behind bars, there's a whole heap of civil lawsuits waiting for him.
Is there also implications that a lot of other celebrities or Hollywood types are sort of embroiled, even inadvertently? Is that right?
And a couple of those celebrities have already been named in the criminal trial, and now these names are popping up in the civil trial. And the lawyer I spoke to says they're cooperating with the FBI, and any information they get that they think the FBI might be interested in, they're passing on.
Jeez, it's salacious. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What's a
Freak off. I knew you were going to ask that
What
because
is it?
it is confusing because parts of it don't seem illegal.
Well, I've got some audio here from the interview. This
I
is
thought you were
where
gonna say from the freak.
No, well, sort of. This is where the former assistant goes into the details of the wild nights that he had to set up.
They were referred to me as Wild King Nights. And what a Wild King Night was when him and a guest would go to a hotel room or be at his home, his bedroom, and they would have intimate gathering. I would have to go and prep that hotel room, which consisted of baby oil, Astroglide, candles, incense, liquor, lights, tons of toiletries, drugs.
I'd rather prep it than pack it up.
He had to pack it up too.
Oh.
The assistant had to do the cleanup.
Now, that is one of the most graphic parts of the interview when he talks about what he had to do to go in himself, because the hotel rooms were trashed. And so you can't just leave that to housekeeping.
No.
So he had to cover the tracks and go in there with gloves.
How long did he do this job for?
2 years.
Oh my gosh.
He also had to carry a Diddy pack with him.
A what?
So we had a laundry list of items that needed to be with us at all times. You know, we'd have their marijuana joints on us. We would have the mushrooms on us. We had a kind of a Diddy pack is what they would call it. And we would keep a satchel on us. And that's what we would have in that satchel.
Oh, that sounds like something you get at the Royal Melbourne Show.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
you're
it?
not
Show
getting,
bag.
maybe in the back blocks, but not at the Royal Melbourne Show.
Maybe at the Ekka.
So these are grabs from your 60 Minutes. Yeah, more likely the Ekka.
Yeah, it's a Queensland
These
Royal
are,
Show job, that one.
These are grabs from your 60 Minutes story.
That's right. So,
Wow.
So this is Phil Pines is his name, and he's so open and honest. He went, after he worked for Diddy, he went in a deep depression. And he's doing a lot of mental health awareness now, coming out of it and realising just what he went through.
But surely
is he
he's
allowed
in
to-
trouble too.
Yeah.
Why is he allowed to talk?
And
as
why
well?
is he not in
Well,
trouble?
because you've kind of it's hard to kind of get your head around. But he was Diddy was his boss, but Diddy wasn't only the boss; he was the kingmaker in the music industry. You said no to him, your career's over.
Right.
Right.
So he didn't take part in the. He wasn't. You made a good point before, Lauren. Why are these intimate gatherings illegal? The allegation is that women were coerced
yeah.
into
Right.
participating.
Okay. Because
Which
there's
is just
also the side
horrendous.
of Diddy, which we've seen the vision of him being very, very violent. Do you talk about that in the interview? Was
Phil-
he there for any of that?
He wasn't there for the violence against Cassie Ventura. That was just before his time, but he did witness violence
Because
against
that's
women.
horrifying. Like, that is sickening to
Oh, the
watch.
footage is shocking.
And that happening in a, not in a hotel room, but in a hallway of a hotel room. And
And it was
took
covered up.
so long for people to find out about it because it was covered up.
Diddy paid the hotel staff off. It was a luxury LA hotel. He threw millions at them and covered it up.
It's just disgraceful.
Is he speaking at all? Has anyone spoken to Diddy?
Diddy? He's in
behind
prison.
bars? No, but it's America, mate. America.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, he's currently probably got bigger problems at the minute than,
Yeah, right.
but he is. He's in prison. He's facing this federal trial every day. That'll go on in America. That'll go on for weeks, if not months. And then, no matter the outcome of that, these civil trials could be
Bankrupt
going on
him, man.
years.
Is Phil Pines, is he affected?
Deeply.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deeply affected. I didn't know what to make of it when I first went into the interview, but once you get to the end of the interview, you will
you would
realise
be.
this fellow has been
Jeez.
deeply affected by working with
As
So
you
does
would
he have
be.
to go to court?
Will he have to go
Yeah.
to court? He's for the lawsuit, yes.
So
Hey,
how come he's allowed to talk then?
It's America.
America. It's different. It is different though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean-
yeah. We're not walking around here with Diddy packs.
no, we're not.
No.
Hey, Chris, who's your journalistic hero?
I would say Liz Hayes.
Yeah, I thought you'd say Lizzie.
I like Liz
I
Hayes.
love, I was always so scared of Liz Hayes, and then I met her,
Oh,
and
my
I was
goodness.
like, just
She's just-
fascinated
Yeah,
by
when we
her.
get in trouble, we'd love Liz to do
We
the
love
interview.
Liz Hayes.
Well,
yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
actually,
No,
you don't
she
know,
ripped
you don't
me.
know, yeah,
You
well,
do one.
You'd want Tracy Grimshaw.
Yes.
Yeah, if you and
I
Trace
love
one-on-one,
Tracy.
you'd be in a lot of strife.
60 Minutes is on Sunday night, 8:10 on 9 and 9 now. Chris, congrats on the new gig.
Yes.
We'll
and
be watching for the Diddy story.
before we let you go, we must say thank you because you keep us out of trouble when we
Absolutely.
talk about news things. We often get texts saying, remember, it's
Allegedly!
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good. Follow them on the socials.